Welcome to Out of the Box from Hudson County Community College. In these podcasts, we bring you timely discussions about education, people, programs, events, issues, and solutions that affect the education and enrichment of the people of Hudson County. I'm Chris Reber, president of Hudson County Community College and your podcast host. We're here to discuss an endeavor that's making a transformative difference in our students' academic pursuits and their success. The nationally acclaimed program Achieving the Dream. Joining me are two of our students who've been actively involved with Achieving the Dream, which we will explain to you. And those, my colleagues and guests today are Crystal Newton. Crystal, welcome.
Thank you.
And Tyler Sarmiento.
Thank you.
Tyler, we're delighted to have you here. Thank you both for being here, and welcome. Achieving the Dream is a national reform movement among high-achieving community colleges that are dedicated to improving the ability for every student to succeed, to graduate, and to achieve their goals by using data and best practices. And we'll talk about our work with Achieving the Dream, but I'd first like to have each of our students introduce themselves. Crystal, I will just say, is an alumna of Hudson County Community College. She graduated here last May and is now pursuing both her bachelor's and her master's degrees at St. Peter's University. Crystal, tell us a little bit about your background, how you wound up coming to Hudson County Community College, and what you hope to do.
Thank you, Dr. Reber. I'm born and raised here in Jersey City, and I was at a low-income job and really trying to think about what else I really wanted to do. And in 2019, I decided that, I think I wanted to go back to college and further myself to move and advance in the workplace. So I applied, and I really did, at the last minute. It was like will I do it, won't I do it kind of a thing. And I finally did it, and I started with late registration and came to the school in business administration was the major that I chose. And from then on, it was just something that everything just clicked for me to move forward in my education career. So it was a great choice that I'm so glad that I made.
And we are too. And Tyler, tell us a little bit about how you wound up here and what you're currently doing. Tyler is a current student who will be graduating next May.
Well, during my senior year of high school, everyone was getting their acceptance letter into these big universities, and family was pressuring me. They were saying, oh, you should go to X, Y, and Z school, that's really good, or you should go to this university, and not actually considering the fact that in higher education, it's not where you go, it's the level of learning, it's the content that you're learning. You're not attending for the sake of a brand name. And so I decided to go to Hudson County Community College. It was in my city, and honestly, I'm really glad that I chose it, because not only am I doing a lot better than my peers that have went headfirst into the battlefield, but now I know for certain the kind of industry and career that I'm going to look for after studying in higher education.
And what do you hope to do after you graduate in May?
I hope to follow in Crystal, who's off in St. Peter's. I'm going there for their educational leadership program, and potentially perhaps come back into higher education as an educator or in student services.
Fantastic. We are so proud of our students here at Hudson County Community College and of our diversity. We have one of the most diverse student populations in the nation, reflective of the diversity of Jersey City and Hudson County and the service area that we are proud to be a part of. And with that diversity comes so many different perspectives and life experiences, but also inherent challenges to completing a college degree. We have students that are working full-time while attending school full-time, students who are studying while taking care of children, family members, students who come to us not speaking English and who work on learning English as part of their academic program. Many of our students, the majority, are the first in their families to pursue higher education. And so for all of these and many other reasons, our students are navigating challenges and potential barriers while they are pursuing their academic program, I can truly say that in my 40-year experience in higher education, working in a number of very good institutions, I've never been so inspired as I am by the students at Hudson County Community College. Their grit, determination, engagement are nothing short of inspirational. And then we see students leaving us and going on to Ivy League schools, Research One universities, really fantastic careers. So it's truly a place that's life-changing. These two students personify what we take such pride in among our students, because they've been really engaged in our college community. And tell us a little bit, if you would, about perhaps how your Hudson experience wound up being different than you might have expected at the outset.
I really did only expect to just be a student that came and just went. I'm being an adult student and much older than I thought a lot of my fellow students would be. I didn't really think I would gain any kind of relationships while being here. So I was really just focused on coming to class and then going home later on. And then I heard about a program called the Peer Leadership Program, and I decided that I wanted to be more involved in the college. And I said, I don't know if I'll get it because I'll probably be the oldest one in the group, but I'll just apply and see what happens. And once I did, it was something that not only gave me a new community within the college, it also gave me the opportunity to interact with everybody in the student body across the college. And it really did hone in things in me that is like a very helpful, I'm very community oriented, so that position did help me branch out and be more of an extrovert when it comes to being in those kind of relationships with other people on the campus. And it was something that really catapulted me into different areas of education and different areas of the college itself, as well as the administration and things like that, that I never thought I was going to happen to me in this field. So I was so glad that the experience I came in thinking I was going to have was totally vastly different from what I ended up with.
And it's been so inspirational to watch your path here at Hudson and now at St. Peter's. Tyler, how was this different than what you expected?
Well, when I first arrived in Hudson, I attended the new student orientation, and then there were these lunatics that were all around the room yelling and shouting and introducing the provost, Dr. Friedman, and then introducing you. And I thought, man, that's really interesting. I wonder what they're doing. And I didn't realize it was an actual position here up until my CSS class, when I had met one of my predecessors, Jeremy, and my professor, Veronica, funny enough. And by the time that the class had ended, I say this jokingly, but I was like, yeah, I want that person's job. I thought if I were to do anything while I was here at the college, it would be something where I could help others and be connected with a community of students that really want to succeed. One of the first steps I did before being a peer leader was join the Human Services Club. The advisor was Professor Rosilli, a wonderful advisor. And doing small things to help the community out the best way I can, and getting involved with as many events as I can. I joke that I go to all the food events, but really that's something that bridges culture and boundaries is, I think, food.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't like food?
Yeah.
Savory,
Yeah.
sweet, whatever it may be, people always come there for food.
And we have some really good food here, having one of the nationally ranked culinary programs in the United States. And but so Hudson County Community College has committed itself to learning and engaging with high-performing community colleges throughout the United States that are working assiduously on strategies and services and programs that will help virtually all students complete their degree programs in spite of the kinds of barriers and challenges that our students across the community college sector in the United States navigate heroically. And so we've joined this network of community colleges, and it's involved our whole college community, students, faculty, and staff working in different kinds of committees to focus on data about our students and the experience of our students, all directed at helping us as an institution and as an academic community understand how we can continuously improve the proportion of students who finish their degrees and achieve their dreams, and achieving the dream. So both Tyler and Crystal are involved in what we call the Hudson County Community College Dream Team. This is a team that really leads and guides and supports college-wide work focused in this area. Tell us a little bit about your experience on the Dream Team and your involvements on the team.
When we were told that there would be a student initiative team led, I jumped on aboard. I knew the two co-leads, Coral Booth and Abu Traore, and I thought these are two amazing leaders in this community that I would love to support and help with. And knowing some of the leadership, I was confident in my own skill and my own abilities. So the things I've been doing is helping kind of like get connected with all the clubs and organizations that are here at the college. I've been helping with the testimonies, getting student testimonies, talking to students and saying, hey, why are you here? What makes Hudson your place to go to despite all the burdens of classes, all the burdens of social life, and kind of helping to interact with as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm. And how about you, Crystal?
Well, like Tyler, I'm also on that same committee, and I think that what interested me the most was that the school was very interested in being involved with figuring out what is the greatest way to have not only retention at the school, but to see them graduate. And the school is so invested in the fact that they want to see every single body walk across the stage and receive their degree. This initiative has really helped with that. So being part of the student-led version of it, which was really trying to figure out what is each individual student's journey to graduation. Because we're so diverse that everybody has a different reason to graduate, and everybody has different challenges in order to achieve that dream of theirs. So we've been really focused on helping the school and the committees to understand not only what it does it take to keep the students in the school, but what does it take to help them, get that diploma, and what can we still do to help them, because even though demographically we all share similar stories, but everybody doesn't have the same path to graduation.
I was just going to say, and another benefit of this committee is not only are we trying to make sure the retention rate of students is going up, but we're also putting a spotlight on the various communities that are here at the college, whether it's the LGBTQIA plus community, whether it's the Latinx community, or the Veteran Affairs community here at the college. We're opening the eyes of students to see that, wow, there's a lot more than I thought there was.
And there's through all of this, there's been I think a coalescing, would you agree, of feelings throughout our college community around shared values. Like, every person matters. Every person not only deserves respect, but every person's ideas are valued. And increasingly we're hearing students in particular say that they feel that Hudson is home. Those are words that our students have started using again and again. Mm-hmm. And in fact, you're interviewing some students to ask them,
yes,
why is Hudson home?
Yeah.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing things like Hudson is home because the faculty and staff are like family. I'm hearing because my classmates are the brothers and sisters I wish I had. I'm deeply connected with the LGBTQIA plus community, and a lot of the youth and a lot of the members of this community have a kind of chosen family that is separate from their birth family. And they'll often tell me that the unconditional love and support that they get from faculty, from staff, from students, it's overwhelming, and that's what makes them come back here. And I find it funny that on some occasions there would be no answer. And I think that is just not a responsibility for that student, it's a responsibility for us as a committee to figure out, well, why isn't it home?
We want Hudson to be home for everyone and to feel like home and to feel like family. Both of you attended the annual conference of the Achieving the Dream Network. So each year, all the member colleges come together, and this year it will be virtual, but normally they come together physically from all over the country. Thousands of students, faculty, staff. We had a really strong contingent that attended last year's conference, including Crystal and Tyler. Tell us about your experience at that conference.
It was so amazing. I didn't know what to expect going into the conference, but to see that many people, especially faculty and administrators, show up because their number one concern was the student body. And they were really, interested in figuring out different ways to reach their student body and really communicate and have a connection that is more than just the student and the staff. I think one of the most interesting workshops that I went to was being led by several leaders of HBCUs that were interested in looking into how do they get community college students that are looking to go into 4 years really realize that they can transfer over to a historically black college, which I think a lot of students didn't think they would have that opportunity. The same way I think a lot of college students don't think they can go into Ivy League when they leave a community college. To see that leadership there to say, you are the cream of the crop that we are looking for to transfer into these, well-known colleges. Just because your path doesn't look like everybody else's doesn't mean you don't have a path here. And I think that message was really hit home throughout the conference, is that these are exceptional students. Their journey is just starting out different. And just because, I think it also alleviated the stigma that is on community colleges, that it's not something that, it's really giving you a leg up. It's just like an extension of high school, which I heard a lot, coming up. And, I think Hudson County, along with the other colleges that participated in this program, really showed that they are leading towards something better. And it's not just a throwaway school when you go to community college. You can really do something in community college and further.
Absolutely. Tyler, tell us about your experience.
When I was told I would have been able to join the faculty that were going to the conference, I thought, wow, that was unexpected. I never thought that being so early in my path towards this career that I would be able to attend this kind of conference, and I took full advantage of everything I could. There was so many panels discussing student services, different things that other colleges have done to improve on minor things, one of which being like, how do we improve the college student success courses? What can we do to improve on events? One of the things also was as peer leaders, we often work with orientation with new students. How can we improve new student orientations? Things like that.
Yeah. So I think, so many things have come out of this work and the engagement of students, faculty, staff here with others across the nation. Traditionally in higher education, and not surprisingly, when we talked about student success and achievement, it was focused on things like tutoring services and learning support services And those are very important services. But one of the things we've come to realize is our students are facing challenges way beyond their work in the classroom and their ability to succeed in the classroom. We have students that are challenged financially. We have students that are having sometimes periods of experiencing food insecurity, housing insecurity, students trying to raise kids while going to school. They need support well beyond tutoring services. And so out of our discussions and work together has come a program that is growing that we call Hudson Helps. Would either of you like to mention what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Hudson Helps was an initiative that was started, I want to say, about a year ago, that has really come forward and targeted a lot of the concerns that students may have, whether it be, I can't get to school on time because I have no transportation. I am scared because I have to choose between my food and my rent or my school supplies. Things like that. And we're just the Hudson Helps has been able to address these concerns by saying, well, we understand your situation. Here's what we can do to help. Let us assist you so that these aren't things that you think about when you take your midterm, when you take your final.
So food pantries, clothing closets. We actually have a one-stop center that is just being finished right now that will provide students mental health counseling, social workers, assistance in applying for SNAP benefits, just to give you a taste for all the different services that are being provided. So we have come as a college community to recognize we are a family, and in order to ensure that our students succeed, we have to be engaged in all the life experiences and challenges that they're encountering. And so it's been really rewarding, satisfying work. I want to thank both of you, Tyler and Crystal, and so many of your peers for being involved and truly making a difference. And we have a tradition in this podcast that at the end we ask each of our guests if you could describe Hudson County Community College in one word, what would that word be? Crystal, what would your word be?
My word would be transformative.
Transformative?
I would say empathy.
Transformative and empathy. My word's always inspirational. Thank you all for joining us. Crystal and Tyler, thank you for being here today. And thank you for joining us for this session of Out of the Box. We hope you'll visit our website, hccc.edu, and share this videocast with your friends and family. Please stay safe and well, and thank you so much.